Good morning and welcome to Judaism Today. In the news, we've heard a lot about the Green New Deal. Well, in Parshas Bahar, we talk about the Torah's version of the Green New Deal, and that is the Shemitah and the Yovel year. And there's an incredible insight the Sfas Emes, the Ger Rebbe, says about a very interesting pasuk. The Torah says as follows: "Ha'aretz lo simacher litzmisus kilik ha'aretz ki gerim betoshavim atem imadi." Says the Torah, the land of Israel can't be sold forever. In the Yovel year, in the Jubilee year, it returns to its ancestral homeland, and it has to go back to the original owners. Why? Ki gerim betoshavim atem imadi, because you are travelers in this world. What does that mean? What is the justification for your travelers in this world as the basis for returning the land to the ancestral homelands, to the original owners? Says the Sfas Emes, in life, there are things that we have that are permanent and things that we have that are more temporary. In life, there are things that we are preoccupied with that are the center, our focus, and we also have things that are more momentary, things that are more fleeting. And they occupy our attention differently. You know, how we think about our family and our work, these things are very permanent. They occupy central places in our mindset and the way we think. And hobbies and the like are things which are sort of more fleeting, momentary. Says the Torah, the reason why your property has to go back to its ancestral homeland is to remind us that we're just travelers in this world. That our malacha, our work, is supposed to be only arai. It's supposed to be only temporary. And our Yiddishkeit, our Judaism, is supposed to be permanent. The notion of the Shemitah year, the Torah's Green New Deal, so to speak, is to give us this perspective. What things in our lives are meant to be permanent and what things are meant to be more temporary. What things should preoccupy us and what things can sort of fade to the background. And this is very important. The Sfas Emes elaborates and he says this not only applies to, what we view as fundamental and like the physical and spiritual, but he says this applies to the weekdays versus Shabbos, what should be permanent and what should be arai. He says this applies to our work, that our work day should be temporary and our devotion to Torah should be permanent. And again, this isn't really about the amount of time we devote. We know everyone has to work hard to make a parnasa, to make a good living. But where is our focus? What draws our attention? What is our heart longing for? The purpose of Shemitah was to remind us we're just travelers in this world. We're just moving. It's fleeting. But what's really and truly permanent is our relationship with our Kadosh Baruch Hu, our connection to God, our connection to Torah, our connection to Shabbos. These are the things that have to be at the forefront of our mind, front and center, the things that are kavua, the things that are fixed in our lives. And in that will infuse all the things which are temporary with so much more meaning. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed that episode of Judaism Today. If you did, please make sure to follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, or check into our podcast wherever podcasts are listened to. And we look forward to hearing from you more.